Who's got the goods?
Oh my god, that bag is massive.
It's McDonald's MUCKBANG time. I just nearly fell off that chair.
Did you get mozzarella dippers?
Oh, they didn't intend them.
Right guys, quick update. This is the biggest fail of a MUCKBANG beginning ever. Some of the food didn't come, so we're now going to have to go to McDonald's to pick up the food that was missing. And then we're going to come back and start it.
Yeah,
so
we're going to start it for real, y'all.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back with
all
more
of it.
food. Thank God for that. Hopefully these chips haven't gone soggy. A little bit.
They're a bit soggy. We move.
Anyway guys, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new and you've never seen us before, then welcome to the family.
Before we do a little catch up, because we've been on holiday, been quite quiet on social media. We haven't really spoken to you properly about everything that's been going on, what we're doing, what we've got planned. So
obviously a lot of you guys are asking about house stuff because that's the kind of content we film, and wanted to know like how long we're planning to be in this house. Are we going to move at any point? And I feel like that is something we've not really discussed for quite a while, is it?
No.
And also something that's been on our minds, or like certain things around that subject have been on our minds. First of all, we've actually had a bit of a nightmare recently with our mortgage, haven't we?
Yeah.
And I'm sure like loads of people have been through the same situation as us.
So yeah, with our mortgage, we've had to remortgage because we've been in the house 2 years. Where we've got a new build, we've taken out an equity loan for the house, like a help to buy scheme. And we didn't realise you had to get permission to change mortgage lender until we were like 2 or 3 weeks from our deal ending, and it takes like 8 weeks for it to get approval. So we're now on a variable rate, which is like 10%.
And that is like everyone's nightmare, I think, at the moment, is going on a variable rate.
It's like double what it should be.
We have ended up in that nightmare for basically the next 8 weeks. So we're on a variable rate mortgage of 9.5%.
9.8, I think it is.
Ultimately, it's so much money, and if this has happened to anybody else, I feel so sorry for them, because we have actually had a really stressful month, like trying to work out how we're going to deal with that. Luckily, Joe actually managed to get a pay rise recently, so that's kind of helped the situation.
Kind of gone straight away.
But all of it's gone on the mortgage. So yeah, we've got 2 months variable rate, which has just been awful. But even after that ends, and we do get all this help to buy stuff signed, sealed and delivered and onto a new mortgage, our mortgage has still gone up by about £500 a month, and I think that's happened to like most of the UK that obviously were on at the end of their fix thing. And it's really tough when you're living like month to month with a certain amount of money, to suddenly have to pluck £500 from somewhere is not easy for anyone.
No, it's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, so that's been on our minds quite a lot. So in terms of moving, we really love this house. We spent loads of time making it as we want it. Like the garden, this was the first year where we actually enjoyed the garden throughout the summer. We're not really in a rush to move anywhere. I'm not anyway. No. You've mentioned a few times about you want to like more space, and like I agree, we do want more space eventually, but that's not in our plan just yet.
We can't move unless we can afford to move, ultimately. Where we live is actually really, really expensive. We live in an expensive part of the country. We're like right near Hertfordshire. And so to buy a house is so expensive. Hence why we've got a help to buy loan when we bought this house. Yeah. I look at Rightmove like I look at Instagram and TikTok. Like I literally look at it every day. And if something came up that was affordable for us, enough for us to do maybe an extension or something like that, then we wouldn't write it off. But for the moment, I haven't seen anything like that, so we're going to stay put.
You notice where we're sat, in our living room, TV behind us.
Because we don't know where to film.
This is like the room with the most space and the best kind of lighting.
Yeah.
So
it's a bit
that's when we kind of see people, we watch other YouTubers and they've got like kitchen islands and places in the house where the light gets in, and it's really like, it looks really nice backdrop wise.
I always watch those videos and like feel like I get stuck in that comparing us to that, and like having the island and having the backdrop, but at the same time we are happy here, and we do live in an expensive part of the country, and I have to remind myself of how grateful I am to even have this place, because 2 years ago I wouldn't have even dreamt of having such a lovely space like this. So you have to try and like not compare yourself too much.
No, you can't always look for like what's next, because you end up always looking forward to tomorrow, and then like
and then
eventually
not enjoying
tomorrow
it.
doesn't come.
Don't say that, that's
As morbid as it sounds, like it's true.
We haven't even said what we've got. I've gone for a quarter pounder, you've gone for...
I'm just about to go for a wee.
Oh. Well, I'll let you guys know what Joe's gone for. He's gone for a chicken Big Mac. We've got mozzarella dipper share box, 10 out of 10. Chicken nuggets, chips, obviously, Coke Zero. And we have gone for, I've never tried this before, I think Joe has, the McSpicy. We're just peeling all these off now, guys, because we're impatient.
What we got?
Surely we can get a free item.
Yay, 2K holiday! No.
What?
Joking.
Oh.
You're like super gullible, aren't you?
No, you just always say things that I do believe, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh look, I've got an apple pie or a fruit bag.
Ooh,
Apple pie. I've never had an apple pie out of McDonald's.
It's like that
fun
real,
fact.
really, but that video where the girl goes, oh, I don't know what I'll get. And
What's that?
She's like, oh, I want a salad bag or medium fries. I don't know which one I'm going to choose.
I'm going to try this McSpicy. Is it spicy? It is actually quite spicy. Oh my god. The aftermath. Oh. One of you guys asked us actually what our favourite thing about the house was, like one each. That is so spicy. I literally, oh my god, I might need to get some milk.
Not that spicy.
It's not spicy when you bite it, but after, my mouth's on fire.
Favourite like room or just favourite thing?
It's just a favourite thing.
It's got to be a garden.
The garden, yeah.
Or the outdoor kitchen.
Yeah. I thought you'd say that. That garden, if we ever do move, that garden, we'll be so upset to lose that.
Yeah, that's one reason why.
That'd be the one reason why we don't move.
Really don't want to move because of that.
I think my favourite is the hole in the wall. Because I just think that changed the whole house for me. Like, when we first moved in, I actually was a little bit disheartened. When you're buying off plan, you don't see the finished product until the end, until you literally move in. And the kitchen was just so dark, I think, because when we viewed the show home, it wasn't south-facing, and I just remember moving in and just thinking, like, the kitchen's like the hub of the house, isn't it? And it was just so dark in there. And as soon as we put that hole in the wall, it just changed the whole kitchen.
Whole downstairs. Should we talk about holiday? We just went to Corfu. It was my dad's 60th. He planned it. Birthday Zilla planned it. But
Get crawling in there.
we got it sort of like the ball rolling with it like a year ago. We were trying to find, because there was 16 of us. We were trying to find somewhere that could hold us all, where it was nice in a good location. We found this place in Corfu. The place where we stayed was really nice. It was quite a little bit of a walk outside of the town, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, we were actually quite far. We were actually quite far from everything, weren't we? It was really remote. But I think that's what you get for finding somewhere that can host 15 people.
But it was like, we did so many steps, like 18,000 steps a day. We didn't have great weather either, which was slightly annoying.
Well, we made the most of the sun when we got it, but we had like 2 thunderstorms. But do you know what? It was actually like so funny. You know them situations where you just couldn't go more wrong? Like we were basically waiting to get this bus to Corfu town, which was like the other side of the island. 15 of us like waiting to get on this coach. Like the heavens opened, didn't they? It literally downpoured, like full-on thunderstorm. So we all bought ponchos, like rainback things. We were stood there waiting for this bus, and then the bus arrived and we couldn't even fit on the bus. There wasn't 15 seats left, so we couldn't even go. So we just stood there in these rainbacks. Like, you know when so many things have gone wrong and it's actually just hysterical. You can't help but just laugh about it.
We walked like a mile in the rain to wait in the rain for a bus that we couldn't get, and then walk back in the rain.
Yeah. When the sun did come out, we made the most of it. We had like a nice pool and stuff.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was really relaxing.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt so chilled on that holiday. Which I don't normally. Quite a few people have asked like how we met and about our travelling.
Oh, yeah.
Because people say that obviously they've followed us from moving into this house, but feel like they don't know us prior to that and like how we met. Far away, Jay. How did you meet your fiance?
Where shall I start? I was taking the trash out, and I saw Bethan, she was rooting through the bins trying to find some food.
What?
And I was like, oh, look at that girl, must be really struggling. So then I went over and I said, do you want this? And it was like I'd just been clearing the tables, and it was like a half-eaten kebab, and she like took it out of my hand, And then I think that was just love at first sight,
A
wasn't
half-eaten kebab.
it? Yeah. She looked me in the eyes and it was like love at first sight, wasn't it?
What? You come out with some right. We met when we were like 18 and we were dating. Were we 18?
18.
Oh no, wait, 21.
22?
22. Anyway, we met and we were dating for a bit. So we went on a couple of first dates and I was like, oh, I'm going travelling because I'd already booked to go to like Thailand and Cambodia on this tour. And I said I was going to go to Australia afterwards. So I clearly wasn't looking for anything serious. But neither were you at the time.
No.
And then you were like, oh, I'm going to Australia as well.
Basically, weren't we?
Yeah, so basically it was like really strange. We went on these dates. Neither of us were like serious about looking for a relationship. We were just, you know, we were 22. When he said that he was going to Australia, my first thought was just like, he's definitely just copying me. Like, that's just such a weird thing to have. But you would, like, you like...
Well, I'm going, oh yeah, I'm going there too.
Yeah, I thought you were just trying to make conversation. We liked each other too much, unfortunately, didn't we? So it didn't go very well in the beginning because I really liked Joe and he kept pieing me off, and then I was like, I'm leaving the country anyway. So
I wasn't pieing you off.
Well, you were probably worried that we couldn't actually be together.
I didn't want to go to Australia with a girlfriend. Didn't really want to have a boyfriend when you went travelling either.
No, but I also like knew that when we first met there was...
You were like, I'm going to marry that guy.
Yeah, because you gave me half
I've just met the one.
Anyway, when Joe got to Australia, I'd just arrived in Australia as well, and he texted me. So guys, he didn't want to go to Australia with a girlfriend, but who did he text when he arrived in Australia? And you were like, should we meet up?
Yeah,
But you wanted to go on a date or something.
I think you were staying in a hostel around the corner, and I was like, oh, what are you doing tonight or something? And there was like a bingo night.
Yeah, and you came to my hostel.
So me, Mickey, and this like guy who looked like Tarzan came, and he turned out to be a right nutcase.
I don't remember him.
He was like, when he had a drink, he just like turned into an absolute lunatic.
Anyway, I was like a little bit in my single girl era at that point because obviously Joe pied me off before I left. So I was like, I don't need no man. I'm travelling the world. And then we literally went on one date. We both just knew that we were just not going to be able to get rid of each other. That's how we met, basically.
It wasn't an easy relationship.
No.
Like, I was staying in a 12-bed dorm. You were staying in a 12-bed dorm, but they were separate. In a hostel, we were going out all the time together. Like, we were all going pretty much, we had the same kind of friendship group in the hostel. But then we went farm work, and there was like so much like stuff going on, but we just like, we were always together.
We just couldn't get rid of each other.
When we did the farm work, we did our farm work up in a place called Bowen, which is like in between Brisbane and Cairns.
If you don't know what farm work is in Australia, it's basically you do a stint of farm work to get another visa for a year.
We don't used to do it now.
No, I don't think you do, but we did at the time. We didn't just decide to do farm work, we literally had to do it to get another year visa. But loads of stuff could have gone wrong. We literally lived in Australia for 2 years, mainly in Sydney.
Yeah.
So we got the visa for the second year, and then we also travelled Philippines, Sri Lanka, Thailand. We had the most amazing time ever. And I think that's like honestly part of the reason that we are such a like team, because we have been through so much together. Like Joe says, we literally were having a relationship whilst living in hostels. Like nobody goes travelling and like falls straight into it. That was just such a weird scenario. We didn't obviously say, oh, we're exclusive straight away. That was like later down the line, wasn't it?
Yeah.
On New Year's Day, you asked me, because you went off weird. It was when we got in from night out. I was like, why are you being weird? And then he was like, will you be my girlfriend?
I didn't say it like that.
You did. You were like in bed, you were like, will you be my girlfriend?
You sound like, what's his name from Titanic, who's like...
Hopefully that gives you like some insight into our past life. And then when we moved back to the UK, we rented for a bit and saved up to come here. Somebody did actually ask about us saving to buy a house. Like, how did we save?
We were lucky because the house we were renting, my uncle owns it, and we were renting from him. So we wasn't paying like we wasn't paying through the roof rent. Like, we were lucky that we didn't have to pay loads of rent, and so we were able to save up a fair amount of money. He kind of said like he didn't want us to just live in there and like not be able to buy a house, so we were lucky with that. But to save up, we used a lifetime ISA.
So good. Do they still do those?
Yeah, I think so. Skips and Building Society is the one we used. They basically give you 25% of what you put into the account up to £1,000 a year.
In a year you can put up to £4,000 and you get £1,000. Was it?
Yeah.
So then you got £5,000 and you saved £4,000.
Yeah.
So the government gives you £1,000, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really useful. If you haven't got one of them and you are saving for a house, look into it.
And the Help to Buy loan that we got, which we mentioned earlier, that's basically if you buy a new house, you can get a loan on the house.
Yeah.
For 5 years free interest. Sorry, for 5 years interest free. So we got a loan to pay towards buying this house, and after 5 years it'll have interest on it, so we'll swallow it into the mortgage.
Yeah.
Hopefully that makes some sense. I wouldn't recommend doing that if you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But if you're desperate to buy a home like we were, and you like want to get on the property ladder, it is something you can do. My parents as well did help us a little bit with our deposit, which was really kind of them. So that obviously did help, just to be transparent. We are honest and open on this channel, hence why we told you about the loan, about the mortgage. We have nothing to hide. Like, it's just real life. Stuff from that, are you?
Yeah.
We'll cover a few more topics, but a little bit quicker. Wedding. Are we planning it? Have we done anything more? No, not at the moment. I've viewed somewhere that I really love, and I've viewed it twice actually, but I'm not going to do anything about it because you have to put a deposit on it, and it's half the amount of money you have to spend. When we can, then I will. That's the long and short of it. I've definitely got a good idea now of what I want / we want. I'm making it sound like only I want.
Things change though, don't they?
A lot of the organising.
We never really got engaged to get married straight away.
No, some people do. Some people prefer to like get engaged and then get married straight away. But
I don't even think you were expecting me to do it.
No.
For like a couple of years.
I thought you'd do it in year 10.
Weddings are expensive. Like.
Oh my god! Right. So I literally like looked up bands and food and stuff like that. As soon as you put wedding in the description of it, it's like triple the price. It's actually crazy. You know when you hear people say, oh, so and so spent X amount on their wedding, and you're like, that's ridiculous. Now I've looked at it, I fully understand it. Are we doing Vlogmas this year?
Yay! I really want to do it. You said you didn't want to do it every day. I don't
know. Right, we did it every day last year.
I think in the comments, before Bethan makes any comments just right now, in the comments, if you would like to see us do a daily vlog this year, let us know in the comments.
So that's every day in December.
Say
every day.
Comment the word Vlogmas in the comments if you want us to do it for every day.
I'm the one that edits the videos, so I have to obviously film all day and then edit all night, so it is quite a lot. And it was quite a lot, but I also do remember really enjoying it at the same time, so I didn't know whether to maybe do it every other day. Let us know what you guys want. If you guys want it every day, we'll do it every day. Also, flip the feed out, yuck, that was vile.
All them cold chips.
Also, some people are asking if we're going to get a second dog, because we did talk about that for a long time.
You did.
I wanted a second dog, but Joe talked me down.
I talked some sense into you, because I don't think we didn't need another dog, because we don't need another dog. We're perfectly happy with our little family. If we were to get like a golden retriever, which is what you wanted, or like a golden doodle, Millie would they would devise a plan where Millie would climb on its back, and then they would the dog would jump out, because it's a metre and a bit high.
I climb through the kitchen mat.
They'd be out. We wouldn't be able to keep them in the kitchen. They'd be on the sofa.
And also our sofa is not really that dog friendly either. Anyway, we've finished our food, so I think we'll wrap up this little chat. Comment below about Vlogmas, what your thoughts are. Hope you enjoyed catching up with us.
Let me know in the comments what your McDonald's order is. If you liked it, drop it a like, subscribe to our channel, and then come back next week for some more fun and games.
Bye!